a small little DIY tutorial for you, right? Because I have, you know, a small hole in the side of the bus, right? So my work husband, right, he got some stuff for me, and, you know, I put it on, but it wasn't strong enough. So he said I needed something else. So I said, no problem, I can go get it myself. Because usually he picks up that stuff, because I really am not handy. I believe I'm handy, but I'm not. So he tells me to go to Home Depot, which I did. As soon as I walk in, I see someone. Perfect, right? But she's already helping the person I see. So that's fine by me, right? So I say to the guy, right, that's getting the help, I'm like, excuse me, do you know where the caulking is? And he showed me. He was fantastic. So I go down the aisle, and I'm standing there, right? I'm looking at all this stuff, and, you know, I don't know what it's supposed to look like, right? So this girl walks by with a cartload, right? And I'm like, hi, excuse me, right? I said, can you tell me, is this stuff caulking, right? And she goes, no. She goes, it's there. So on the aisle behind me, there must have been 1,000 of the same 2 bottles. So I go, oh. I said, thanks, you were really a great help. So then I got to call my work husband. I'm like, hello. I said, you know, there's 1,000 of these things. He goes, I know. Read the directions. And when it comes to how to get it off your hands, if it says you cannot get this off your hands with water, that's the one you want. I'm like, what in the hell is wrong with you? I'm not going to get anything that I can't take off my own hands, right? I said, how's it going to get off? He said, gas. Okay, well, no. Anyway, I got it. Then I had to get the apparatus thing, right, to load it in. But do you think I could get that friggin' trigger to trigger? It wouldn't. A random lady comes, gives me a complete tutorial, right? I'm like, this is fantastic, right? How to work it, how to load it, how to open it, everything. Then she asks what I'm doing with it. And I tell her, she goes, this isn't what you need. I'm like, it isn't? She said, go back there to the paint department and ask for so-and-so. So I did, and she was extremely helpful. I come up with this, Apoxy, right? I'm like, huh, right, Apoxy. So then I called my work husband. I'm like, that wasn't what I needed, what you told me. He goes, what'd you get? I go, Apoxy. He goes, oh, God. He said, don't get it on your hands. He said it's worse than crazy glue, which I did have an episode with before, but it was only dollar store crazy glue, so don't spend too much money on anything other than dollar store crazy glue, because to this day, I can't use my scissors. I was trying to glue a button, and I glued the button to my hand, right? So then it was the button for the bus, the heater. Then the kids were coming, right? That's what happened. I now have the 3 fingers stuck to the button, and I'm like, oh my God, I can't drive. So that's when the handy-dandy scissors came in, right? So then I could get the friggin' button off my hands, but now I can't use the scissors. And that's fine, right? So now I'm going to attempt to use the Apoxy, which the girl really had a lot of faith in me to use, she said, right? So that's all. I'm going to give it a go.